Doing. All right, so welcome everyone to our just-in-time training. This is going to cover the troop, or in some cases the IRM dashboards for eBudde, as well as your initial orders, how you're going to be placing those. I am in the process of uploading everybody into our system. So if you have attended the live training this last week, or you did manage to complete the eBudde the GS Learn training prior to the system going down, and you meet all other eligibility requirements, meaning your membership is done, your background check is done, and you're in good standing, and you've turned in your agreement form, then you should be getting access to the system within the next few days. If you do not receive your access email by Tuesday, then I ask that you please email product@gsdsw.org so I can double check what's going on with your account and see if there's anything that you are missing. I'm sorry, I blanked for just a second. Once you do get your access email, then you're going to be able to set up your username and password. Once that is done, you're going to be taken to the Cookie Tech portal, on which you'll see here. There is going to be, you are going to at some point have access to the eBudde demo site. That might take a little bit longer because I do have to do the uploads into the demo site as well. But you can log into that demo site and you can actually do everything that you would normally do during the year. You can play in that system and see how it looks so that you can practice and you're not going to mess anything up. Please don't put in any unnecessary transactions in the main site. Use that demo site for that play. Okay, we're going to go ahead and jump into the eBudde site. All right, from here, now the initial dashboards I get, it's going to be a little different than what you guys will have because it's my council dashboards. But from your troop dashboard, this is what it's going to look like. For a few of you, you do have multiple troops that you work with and that you'll be a cookie coordinator for. And so you'll actually see a list of the troops along the side that you'll be able to select between. Different from previous years, instead of having to go and do a switch user and through about 4 or 5 different steps just to get into that other account, it's a simple matter of clicking on that troop number and you'll go to the next troop. All right. On your troop dashboard, you're going to have a progress bar of how well you guys are doing compared to last year. Our reps at LBB have worked very hard to get as much of the transaction data from last year from ABC inputted into eBudde for this year so that you guys can see what you did last year compared to this year. Now keep in mind, this is for the troops that participated last year. If you change troop numbers or if you're brand new troop, then obviously you're not going to show any of that data. But for our returning troops, you'll be able to see a comparison of your sales. Now everything, it might be a little bit, it's not going to be 100% accurate because last year we did have that extra cookie, the thanks a lots, which we won't have this year. So some of our data had to be adjusted according to that. And also some of the information that we pulled from ABC didn't translate easily into eBudde. And so Tallery did the best she could to get the information in. So it may not be 100% accurate, but it should at least give you a good representation of what you guys did last year. All right. You'll also be able to see how well your troop is doing on digital orders. You'll have your service unit contact information here as it's getting uploaded, and you'll be able to see cupboards, the nearest cupboards to you. There's also a few other links down here. You have your VIP training. These are various training bits that have been put in by LBB, so I definitely recommend going and checking them out. You'll also have a quick link to your DOC site, as well as your Built by Me planner. Especially for our new troops or even our IRMs, this is something that I recommend you guys check out. And it's a great way to get your cookie program up and running. You'll also have a troop checklist. Excuse me. There are going to be some items like integral names that you will not have to worry about. That's going to be done at council level. But there's going to be other items like submit initial order that you will be doing. And then your calendar for your various due dates. Okay, You have your contacts, which will be the list of everybody in that troop that has access to the system, and your settings. As soon as you have access to the system, the first thing you need to do is go to your settings tab, click edit settings, and enter your bank name, routing number, and account number. This is required for all troops. IRMs have the option of entering this information as well, or turning their funds into a council office, but they need to coordinate with us as far as which office they're going to be using, so that way we have that process set up. Okay, this again is, yes.
Does eBudde have a tech support number for during times that we are out of the office?
They do. If you go to the help center, they have some information that's in there, like FAQs, but they'll also have their contact information as well. Okay, that help center will have all of that.
Are we still using Coleman?
Yes, we will still be using Coleman for the El Paso area and the west side of the council, and Willis Premium for the east side of the council. Okay. You can also update your troop pack goals if your troop has a goal for packages. I do not believe you'll be able to enter. You might be able to enter in like a view only user. I need to actually confirm what permissions you have on some of that. So some you may be able to enter in additional people, others you will not. You will not be able to enter in, for example, troop cookie chairs or leaders, because those have to be done by council. Okay, and then you'll be able to view everything from your settings page as far as what you have. You'll also have a list of your girls. As of right now, there are no girls uploaded into the system because I am waiting for the new system to come online so that I can have the most recent data to upload. I am expecting to be able to upload those before, well, I will have to get those uploaded before the initial order is done. And this is for IRMs as well. I'll be uploading your girl data too. I just don't have an exact date on when those girl uploads will be done. Once they are in, please verify the information is accurate. If you need to if there's anything that's wrong, or if you're missing girls, please email product the information so that we can verify their membership and get them into the system. Now, December 14th at 11:59 p.m. Mountain Time is going to be your initial order, and that's going to be here in the initial order tab. You'll be able to click on your other or booth. It honestly doesn't matter, whichever one you want to go with. And then you'll enter in the packages that you want. Just type in some random numbers here.
If they have girls that they need removed, when is the latest they can do that?
We will only remove girls up until the beginning of the program. So January 24th is the start of the program, which is a Sunday. So the Thursday before is the final day that we can remove girls from your system. But they also need to be removed from the VTK system as well. Okay. Now, so you enter the number in by packages, and you'll look below here where it says cases. It will round up your order to the nearest case and then show you what troop extras you're going to have. Okay, so if you want to make it just nice and round numbers, I can type. There you go. Then you won't have any extras because it'll be full cases. Okay.
Andrea, I think they're getting confused. We have two questions come in. Are they ordering in packages now instead of cases? Or
you'll enter it in by packages, but the order goes through as cases. So you do have to round it up. So if, for example, you've got 3 girls and you're going to order 1 package of the gluten-free per girl. So that's 3 packages. If you put in 3 packages, you're going to get a full case, leaving you the extra in your troop inventory. So the easiest way is for you to just enter it as the full cases.
And it is still 12 packages per case.
Correct. 12 packages per case, all varieties. Yep. All right.
Yeah, that's a good thing to know because that's something we should have said in the cookie service unit because I know everybody's gonna be confused.
And honestly, I forgot about that until a moment ago when I was entering the information. I'm like, that would have been one of those things to mention. So yes, I did miss that one in the previous training.
Maybe send it out in the email.
Yeah.
In the email.
Yeah. And then you'll submit your order. I'm not going to because I don't want to start that process, but you'll submit your order. And then when you're, yes, abandon mine. And then once you submit it, you'll be able to go to the delivery tab and you'll be able to select your delivery location where you want to pick up that initial order. Now, not all of the delivery sites are going to have their dates and times programmed in right away because some of those we are still trying to figure out when they're going to get their shipments and when they will be available for pickup. The El Paso drop and the Odessa mega drop both will already be programmed in because those are set dates and times. The rest of the weeks, sorry, somebody is unmuted. The rest of the week is still up in the air at the moment, so you'll be able to go back in later to select your dates and times, and you'll be notified when the schedule is open for your area. Okay.
And this is the time that you will order your gluten-free, correct?
Yes. So that is the one big difference from previous years is you will be ordering your gluten-free through eBudde with your initial order, but only order what you guys want to start off with. You do not need to be putting in your entire order for the whole year. You'll be able to continue to reorder so long as we have the stock in our warehouses and cupboards. Okay, so that is the big change with the gluten-free orders this year. All right.
And we had a question about repeating the info. So I think it was during, so there are 12 packages in a case and you will order by packages, but it will be rounded into cases. So round up, so 12, 24, 48, so-and-so, 36, whatever, but round up, that way you don't get stuck.
Yep. Okay.
And Mega Drop is on Saturday, cookie sales start Sunday, correct?
It's the 23rd is the Mega Drop for El Paso and Odessa, and the sales begin on the 24th. Okay. Any other questions coming in? Are we good?
No, ma'am, we're good right now.
Girl orders. When you have girls populated in your troop, you'll have the girl order tab, which is where you're going to be putting in your transactions. And this is for IRMs as well as troops. You will still need to for the IRMs, you will still need to transfer the cookies from the troop stock to your individual girl, but we'll go into exactly how that's done in another just-in-time training once all of the girls are loaded into the system. Okay. Your transactions is going to be anytime that you're ordering from the cupboard. And again, that'll be covered in more detail in another training. The reports, I do recommend that you guys take a look at the reports. There are some helpful ones that you guys will be able to use throughout the program because there's a lot of information. Again, that one will be covered in a later training as well. So make sure you take a look at the just-in-time training schedule for when those dates are going to be.
Hey, Andrea, can you real quick go over the cookie abbreviations?
So DOC is the digital cookie site. I believe it's digital order card. It's actually what the DOC stands for, but it is for digital cookie. And that is where the parents and the girls will be doing all of their transactions. That's where they're going to be spending all of their time. You as troops will have access to the system, but we'll show you that later, but you'll spend most of your time in eBudde. You'll also see OCD, which stands for Operation Cookie Drop. That is the donated cookies that you'll be able to get. Up here, this is for lemon-ups, trefoils, do-si-dos, Samoas, tagalongs, thin mints, s'mores, and toffee-tastics. Toffee-tastics are the gluten-free, and they are also the only ones at $5. Everything else is $4. If you have already received your order cards from your service unit, please note there is actually an error on the s'mores. They are listed on those order cards as $5. LBB is in the process of reprinting all of our order cards, so you can actually throw those order cards away, and your service unit chairs will let you know when the new ones are in and ready for pickup. What other abbreviations are there? My mind just went blank.
And we are going to try to accumulate all of these abbreviations for you in a list and send those out. Just bear with us, give us a little bit of time to get that accomplished.
Yeah, and some of the names as well with definitions and stuff, especially for a lot of our new folks too. Okay. And then also, if you want to go, and again, another thing that I forgot to mention in the service unit training, but to go to some of the other links and resources, if you click up here, you'll see the cookie portal or the quick links to littlebrownie.com, the e-training, digital cookie, ideal cookie sale, and the eBudde cookie calculator. The ideal cookie sale and littlebrownie.com have a lot of resources that you guys can access. Littlebrownie.com, you don't need a login, so you can actually go to that right now or have your parents go to that right now as well. And it's everything from clip arts and digital shareables and stuff like that that you guys can use to promote your sale and just make the sale, or for the girls to promote their sale and make their sale unique to them. If you just click on the cookie portal, it will take you back to your main screen where you can also click on your different tabs to include that demo site. Okay. All right. And then ICS is another abbreviation you might see once in a while, and that stands for Ideal Cookie Sale. Okay. Any other questions that you guys have for me? How you doing?
I have a parent asking about the prizes before they make their goals. Can you share a picture of prizes so we can share?
It will be on the order card. The rewards tab is here for the troops, but the recognitions are going to be on the order cards. So if you want to share at least the recognition side of it, you can hold on to those order cards until the new ones come in, so the girls can at least see what they are. It will take me a few moments to be able to pull up the, oh, yeah, go ahead. I'm sorry, just a moment.
So Andrea, can they ask their service unit cookie chair to take a picture of the recognition on the order card for them?
Yeah, or yes, absolutely. I'm actually trying to find it right now so that I can pull it up for you guys, so you can at least maybe take a snapshot of it if you want to show it now. Give me just a moment. It's not going to be the best view.
And once you finish all of your training and you are approved to be the troop cookie coordinator.
Oops, you're muted. Sorry, Danny, accidentally muted you.
Thanks. No, I'm joking. You will be able to, it's okay. You will be able to pick up your order cards and all of your stuff for your girls' paperwork from your service unit cookie chair.
Mm-hmm. But here's the recognition line if you want to snap a shot of that real quick so that you have at least that to show your girls.
Hey, Andrea, can I just ask a quick question while you have this up? From my understanding, there's also going to be a supplemental for the travel credit rewards. Okay.
Yes. So starting at $14.50 and going up, with the exception of the $20.50, there will be an option for travel credit. I am working on a flyer that will be in addition to this. We didn't have that part of it ready to go when the rewards went to the printer. And to be honest, it was already crowded, so we wouldn't have had the room. So we'll have a separate flyer that will show what the travel credit options are at that $14.50 and up. Thank you very much, Jeanette, for reminding me.
I have a quick question, Andrea. The girls who opted to get the credit last year for a cookie camp, are they going to be attending the same cookie camp, or is it going to be a different one?
Cookie camp this year is going to be at Prude Ranch, so it'll be this year's cookie camp.
Okay.
We're not going to have
they're able because they opted to still save that recognition from last year.
Provided we are still able to run cookie camp. I mean, April is far enough away. I'm hoping, fingers crossed, that nothing happens and we are good to go. But yes, if they opted to just roll it over, then they will be able to attend the cookie camp. And then if they end up earning it again this year, they can always take that travel credit option instead.
Okay, thank you.
I do also, I'm sorry.
No, go ahead. You're good.
I wanted to point out the troop rewards. We have initial troop rewards and then also cumulative rewards for the end of the season. The initial order is based off of per girls registered. So that's going to be based on the number of girls that I put into the system from our membership records at the beginning of the sale or at the beginning of the season when you place your initial order. Juliet, IRMs are eligible for these recognitions as well. Now the bandanas, the reason we're going off of registered girls is because these are going to be shipped right away. So that they are in your guys' hands by the beginning of January. The ship date is right after we return from the holidays. So by the time you guys have your initial order pickups, you should be getting your bandanas. This way, everybody has something to start off the year with. And with COVID and everything, the bandanas could even be used as their face masks if they're at booths or out doing walkabouts and that kind of thing. So the girls are able to get that. But the rest of the rewards, the fleece bag and the troop experience, which the troop experience will be explained in a later flyer, is going to be based off of per girls selling. And again, IRMs are eligible for these rewards. And it's going to be based off of the number of girls selling. So whoever has received packages in the system, whoever has made a sale within the system will count towards that number. Okay. And we also are throwing in 2 of the items for the volunteers. So 2 volunteers within each troop will receive the bandana or the fleece bag as well. I don't know if that's amount right or not, but I'm sorry, go ahead.
Will online orders be girl delivered?
Yes, they're just reminded me of an email I had earlier today. Yes, the girls will be able to do online girl delivered. And that way it will be much like fall product where the payments are done over the website and then the girls will be able to deliver. Now the difference with the DOC system, the digital cookie system, is the parents actually have 5 days to approve or decline the order. So if somebody from out of state that you did not expect selected girl delivery by mistake or thinking it was something else, you can actually go in and decline that order saying that, you can't deliver it. If you can deliver it, then you would accept it and be able to go from there. Exactly how that's going to look and the process for that will be in a separate training. We're actually going to have a troop DOC access training. That has not been scheduled because I'm waiting for some final pieces of the puzzle to come through, because there's also going to be a troop link. That's a whole nother conversation. But I'm waiting for the rest of the information on all of that. And then I'll schedule that other training for you guys. But there's going to be other options for you guys to be able to get your sales and for the girls to be able to get their sales.
Also, I want to point out really quick, GS Learn is down. So it should be, cross your fingers, coming back next week. Once it comes back, you will all, as long as you are activated in GS Learn, have access to the training for Troop Cookie Coordinator. Mm-hmm. Once that, and you have until, when is it, Andrea, to complete the training?
Well, for those who attend, you have to complete the training in order to get access to the website or access to eBudde. If you attended my training this last Tuesday, then you have until January 4th to complete the training to maintain your access.
So people that have not taken any of the training,
They
how do
will
they
need-
get their initial order in?
They will need to get their training in quickly. They will need to get in and complete their training.
Okay.
And we'll be checking that on a daily basis. That is, I was trying to go back, sorry. We'll be checking that on a daily basis. So as soon as we see that you've completed your training, gotten through all of your modules, we will be updating you into the system. Now, if GS Learn turns out it's going to be down longer than we anticipate, because we should know by Monday, have a rough idea as to how long it's going to be down. If it's going to be down too long, I will schedule another live training for those who missed it previously. But I'm waiting until Monday because that's when the first phase of the restart happens. And we should know by then how long the rest of it's going to take. Okay, because I know we are running into a time crunch here. Unfortunately, we had no way of we didn't know exactly how much of this was going to impact us until almost last minute. And this is being done at a national level. So all councils right now are going through this as far as having that whole system down and getting ready for cookies at the same time. So
is there an option for them to pay when ordered, or will they be required to pay? Is it like fall product where they pay before?
Yes, they have to pay online. There is not a cash option. If they pay for Girl Delivered, they have to pay right then and there, but it will not charge the card until the order's been approved. So when the customer places the order for Girl Delivered, a hold will be placed on that amount until the parent approves or declines it. If they decline it, then the hold is taken off, nothing is charged, no money changes hands. If they approve it, then that hold turns into a transaction and the money is pulled and the charge is made.
And the parent permission form is not online, right?
No, it is not. It is going to be in the troops materials that they will be receiving from their service unit chair. Great segue into our service unit chairs. Please make sure you guys are reaching out to your service unit chairs for all of your materials for when you have your initial questions, and also letting them know if you're going to be participating in the program. If you do not know who your service unit chair is, you can always email product and we will let you know. There will also be an updated roster when you log into GS Learn. If you do not have a service unit chair, then you'll be coming to us at council for your questions. But if you have a service unit chair, they're going to be your first go-to for a lot of your questions.
Online orders. So if they have direct ship, if they order direct ship where it's shipping to them, they can be anywhere in the United States to have those.
Actually, I believe it can be anywhere. I believe they have international shipping. It is, of course, going to be more. They can ship to, I believe, APO. I don't have that slide handy. It'll take me way too long to try and find that specific information. But there is a slide in the training that goes over or that shows the shipping charges and where they ship to. And it's on the GS Learn. So those of you who attended last Tuesday didn't see it because it's in the one of the modules that's in the online training.
Right. If it is Girl Delivered though, it will be people close.
Mm-hmm. And like I said, you as parents will have the option to decline it. So if somebody mistakenly clicked on Girl Delivered that is not in your area, you'll be able to say no and decline it.
Right. There is only there's one troop cookie coordinator training, and it takes about 45 minutes to an hour to take.
The one online is probably a little bit more than an hour because just doing the slides, it took me 45 minutes to go through the ones that I did do, and it wasn't all of it. So I would say about an hour and a half to probably get through all of your required modules.
And IRM cookie coordinators have a training as well, but
Yes.
that would be the only training that you would need to take to gain access. As long as you are approved by troop support and have turned in your financials and all that good stuff, you will be eligible.
Mm-hmm. And if there are Girl Scouts if you have troops that are not participating, or if you know troops that aren't participating, but you know of Girl Scouts who do want to participate, they can participate as an IRM. They don't have to have a troop to participate. Just have that parent either reach out to the service unit chair if they know who that is, or reach out to us at product. Anybody can participate. It's an optional program, but just a reminder for you troops, there are certain aspects where you do have to participate. For example, if you're going for honor troop, it is a requirement that you participate. Or if you plan on doing additional fundraising, like if you have large trips coming up, then you do have to participate in the cookie program in order to be able to do those additional fundraising. So certain things do have requirements for participation, but as a whole, it is an optional program, and it's optional for the individual girls as well.
Danielle, you have a question?
Yes, I'm sorry. So I know we do have a service unit cookie chair, and I understand that they're still going through training and with VTK and all the upgrades. I'm feeling just kind of really behind as the troop cookie coordinator, because I know the initial order is December 14th, and I have reached out to my service unit chair to reach out to the service unit cookie chair, and I've received no communication.
Okay.
And so and I know that the only reason why I logged into this meeting was because our service unit fall product chair, there's only 3 troops in Emerald selling. And so I'm afraid that not many troops in Midland are going to know about the cookies, because I've received, and I'm even communications for service unit. And I've been asking about cookie training. And so my concern is if GS Learn is not up, how am I going to get my training approved for me to get access to eBudde to get my initial order in? We do want to train. I'm sorry, we do want to sell.
As I said, if it does look like it's going to be down longer than expected, I will have another live training, and that'll get pushed out to everybody that we have, that we can get it to. We have been inundated with information between the system going down and everybody trying to get in for cookies. So we are trying to get to as many people as we can, which is why we're a little bit behind where we would like to be as far as communication goes. But if that GS Learn system is not up quickly, then I will be scheduling that live training so that you guys will be able to get access. I have to wait until Monday so I know exactly what we're looking at.
So we could still input our initial cookie order by the 14th.
Yes, absolutely. That's our goal, is to try and get as many of you into the system as absolutely possible to get those initial orders in. We are working with as quickly and as hard as we can to make that happen.
Okay, I'm sorry. We're so lost out here, and communication has been really kind of dropped lately. So I don't know who else to contact.
No, and we appreciate it, and like I said, we're trying to get through as many of you guys as we can, and we're trying to utilize the service unit chairs, because typically they are able to get to you guys better. But then again, if they're also not reaching out, then that's something that we need to know so we can address that as well. So, but we'll get you guys there, I promise.
Okay, I'm just concerned. That's it. So thank you so much.
So there is a girl deliver option, and there is also a direct ship option. That was a question that came through. What is the site for the online training? So it is GS Learn. So you will go into gsdsw.org. You will click My GS. Once you log in, there will be a GS Learn tab. You will click that to activate your GS Learn account, and then we can assign you the training. Once it's up. It's not up yet.
Yeah, and actually, so from what she was just saying, GSDSW, My GS is where you'll go. Right now, this is the screen that you get, but from here is where you will continue with that process. And there will be usually a little tab over here that says My GS.
Right.
Yeah.
And yes, if they choose Girl Delivered, the and Andrea, please correct me if I'm wrong, because we've had so many trainings lately, so my brain's a little mushy. If they click girl delivered, the parent can approve it and it will come out of the stock that the girl already has.
Correct.
And yeah.
Yes. And the parents have 5 days to approve or decline the orders. Again, it comes out of the stock. So if you need more, that's where you would need to get with your troop cookie coordinator, or the parents would need to get with you guys to get more to fill that order. And you can also update, or the parents will be able to update what they have available in DOC. But again, we'll go over some of those minute details, in a separate training, because that's a whole nother area, and it's easier to show you guys versus to just tell you about it, which is why I like doing these just in times where I can actually walk you through the actual site. So a lot of the questions that you guys have, it'll be easier to show you in those specific trainings where I can walk you through each aspect of that particular site.
Right. There are, is there a link for Cookie Troop coordinators? In eBudde, I assume is the question. We do have an agreement form for cookie booth coordinators. I am getting ready to actually send that out to all the service unit cookie chairs. We do not have the hold on. Did I read that right? No. Sorry guys.
Hold on.
Cookie Troop coordinators. Is there a link for the Cookie Troop coordinators? Rosa, can you elaborate?
Yeah, I'm not sure what you're asking there, Rosa. And Lindsay, we'll make a note of that and reach out to you and get you connected with your coordinator.
But the agreement forms are all online this year?
With the exception of the parent.
Right. And if you are interested in being booth coordinator or cupboard coordinator, you can email product@gscsw.org and we will get you the information that we have right now.
And the troop cookie coordinator agreement forms are online this year. And we will send them out once we have your information from your service unit chairs. You'll receive an email that'll have that link in it. It'll also be in your training whenever GS Learn comes back up. It's also a module in there. So if you submit your agreement form before that, I'll update that module so it'll already show as completed, so you won't have to do it again. But it's in a couple of different spots. But the agreement forms this year are digital, partly because of COVID, partly because I am trying to cut back on paper because we have so much paper that gets wasted. And so I'm trying to use our resources as wisely as possible. And I'm trying to make it easier for everybody. So they are going to be online. We're not going to have any paper troop agreement forms. The only agreement form that is on paper is the parent one, and that is a carbon copy, a 2-sheet one. So the parent gets a copy and the troop leader keeps a copy. Okay. And as a reminder, the agreement forms are per girl, not per family. So if a parent has multiple girls participating, they do have to fill out that form for each girl participating, and you must have a signed copy for them in order to give them any cookies. Do not hand over a single package until you have received that agreement form.
And OCD stands for Operation Cookie Drop.
Yes, which is our donation. The majority of our cookies tend to go to the military for USO and overseas, especially with everything going on right now. Some of those cookies may also be going to first responders and other locations that are still working through all of this pandemic and everything as well. I completely blanked the name of it, one of the names of it, but yes, you get kind of like what we did this last year with some of our extra.
And we will try to email you when GS Learn is up. Mm-hmm. Right now, what we are being told is that you are all going to get access at different times throughout the week. Is that correct, Andrea?
That I don't know. Are you trying to ask?
GS USA is going to be sending out bulks of emails to people.
That part I'm not sure. I guess so. I'm not up to date on that part of the information, so I don't know for certain.
But we will try. I get on GS Learn every day, so I will try to make sure that I let all the troop cookie coordinators and service unit cookie chairs know that the training is available.
And once we know you guys have access, we can also re-trigger the notification that you have a training. So you'll get a funky email come through that'll tell you that you have a training. We'll re-trigger those notifications once we know that you guys do have access. So that way that helps to remind you guys as well. And we're going to be working with your service unit chairs to make sure that you guys are getting that the information that you need and getting access to the system as quickly as we can get you guys in.
Right. And just like Andrea, piggyback off of that, Rosa said she meant the link for training for troop cookie coordinator. You will get that. We will re-trigger that email to let you know that it is available.
Yes. Or if I end up doing another live training, we'll make sure that goes out to everybody.
Will we be able to email parents forms, or do we have to turn in hard copies?
For the parent, so the parent forms you guys actually hold on to. You don't turn anything into us unless there is a girl delinquent at the end of the season. So, but you will have to do some kind of a contactless swap where drop off of their supplies and have them sign that form and then return it to you. So the parent form right now is not online. I have not been able to get that one digitalized yet.
Andrea, can I make a recommendation for whoever asked that question?
Go ahead.
So what I did for fall product was that I gave the hard copy forms to the parents. They signed it, and then they took a picture of it, and then they texted it to me. And so that's how I kept it on my record. So maybe that will help some troop leaders if that's easier. So just a recommendation.
Okay.
If the site isn't available by Monday, how will we be notified of live training? You will be emailed.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it'll be email. Yeah, I'll know, like I said, I'll know by Monday what the timeline is looking, and if it's going to be too long, then we'll email you guys out the training date, because I haven't set one yet because I'm waiting on that rollover.
Yes. And so just a little bit of behind the scenes stuff real quick. When I get in, I update